I did not attempt or even try to organize what it is that I was doing here before doing it is that this is bandwidth allocation. Something about good discretion, accurate discretion, and quick discretion has everything to do with your intuitive ability to recognize, how do I say this? The immediate courses of action that need to take place in order to produce the result that you're looking for. At the end of the day, what is more important to me is not that I have a perfect little pristine step-by-step video series for you. What's more important to me is that I actually build a fucking app that actually fucking works. And if I do that, then it's like, hey, sure, it was messy. Watching this was messy. But at the end of the day, like, he did what he said he was going to do. And that means that regardless of how messy it might have been, there were gems and there were principles and there were fundamentals and there were techniques that a person can model in order to get their desired output. And I just want to be clear as to where I stand. Where I stand on the future of AI and apps that are being created. Let me just paint a picture here, okay? Artists, okay, I wish that there's just so much data. I'll just boil it to 1 to 2 sentences. We need more artists building in tech. We need more creative people doing what I'm doing. So this is the perspective of an artist building an app, okay? I'm an artist and an entrepreneur. I don't have a technical background, but the landscape for production is changing, okay? And you're either going to be in one of 2 categories. Either you're going to be somebody that uses AI in your workflows, or you're somebody who doesn't. And when it comes to art, you either use AI to create tasteful art or you don't. This is a whole different video. So yeah, now that we've done that, let's continue building our app. So we just gave it this input, and I've asked it to kind of ask me some more questions, but it's also gathered a refined perspective. So think of it like this. You want to make a lake out of an ocean. Even despite the definition, you want to make a lake out of an ocean. Okay, so what do you need to do? You first have to go to the ocean and talk to the ocean. You got to build a channel. You got to build a channel for the water to go through. Okay? This is building the channel. This is just building the channel. Maybe that wasn't a perfect metaphor. But the LLM is so vast. It can do so many things, and you have to give parameters. You have to give it limits. The artists out there, okay, the reason artists struggle with this is because they think that having boundaries is bad. No, having boundaries is practical. It is useful. Now, if you just want to swim in the ocean, if you just want to create art and not distribute it to people, then that's cute. It's not cute. It's an endearing thing. It's only an endearing thing if you actually mean it. If you don't have a cold shoulder about it. If there's not a chip, if you're not angry or upset or frustrated that AI or that business exists. This is just the way that it is. So you either adapt or that you die. And the thing is that if you want to distribute your art or whatever it is, if you want to distribute your product, that's how you get leverage in this world. You want people to hear your music, you have to build avenues for people to hear your music. Well, what am I doing right now? I am building an app that saves me time, saves me energy, saves me bandwidth, and does it in an automated way, does it systematically, that allows me to produce more, to distribute more of who it is that I am, and to do that more efficiently and effectively, because I can. And this is just how technology evolves. So anyways, 5 minutes of me going on a rant. Look, we just got to keep it pushing. So let's just review what it gave us back. What we're building, web app to transform your stream of consciousness, journal entries, platform, social preserving authority. Nice. See, this is already pretty great. This is so cool. Before this, I could spend all day and I'd get so caught up in my thoughts about what could be that you wouldn't actually be able to get any practical fucking course of action out, which is why this is so great. Cool. Critical questions for final clarity. Looking at entries July 25th. Background deeply. For each journal entry, I want to create, 2 to 3 variations per platform. Really, 3 variations per platform. Okay, so now it's asking me for voice examples. It's asking me for like, it needs more context. It needs so this is something we're gonna have to do. Let's answer all the other questions and then go do that. Content transformation rules. For content transformation rules, based on your entries, I see different content types. See, cool. So this is what we're gonna do. For threads, we're gonna do philosophical reflections. For X, we're gonna do I don't want to make a decision on this yet. No, this is what I'm thinking. As of right now, we can refine the brand once we have something that works, right? So I want the functionality of the app to work before I care too much about like what it's doing. So for right now, for content transformation rules, let's make a couple different modes. How about we make a couple different modes? Like, we ought to be able to audit our past entries. And okay, cool. Okay, cool. Bear with me. I'm having a lot of ideas. So I want a couple of different features here. I want a feature where I'm able to, based off of all of my writing history on the app, I'm able to kind of say, okay, audit all of this, and based off of like all of my lessons from all of these writing entries, generate 50 personal development tweets or something like that, and generate me 30 technical learnings. And like, that is a feature that I want to be able to do. And then there's another element of the app where the feature is, okay, cool, I open up a new entry, and as I'm done with this new entry, it's automatically distributing, like it does what we have been talking about here, okay? So there's 2 different ways that this app can be used right now. To be very honest with you, I do not know what the best course of action is for creating content transformation rules. I don't know if we should have like a page for a system prompt. I don't know if we should have like different modes like personal development or technical learnings. I think that for the 3 platform content distribution, single journal entry, like content creation feature of the app, we can just, for now, pick personal development as like the standard, but build the app such that that can be changed. And then for the other part of the app, like, I think the system prompt for what the output is going to be is kind of dependent. Like, it should be a feature to where like you write the system prompt here. Like, this is the system prompt for like how you want me to audit these past entries. But then we'll also have like a library of project context. AKA, here are examples of tweets, here are examples of LinkedIn posts, here are examples of threads, so that it can kind of like audit the journal entries, use the project context as a model, and then use that project context in conjunction with the system prompt to produce the desired output. Are you with me? I know that I lost all of you there. Maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you hung in. As you build, okay, this is some food for thought. It matters much more about your ability to manage complex pockets of context. Like, let me paint the picture here. Damn, dude. Woo! I'm just dropping gems. I'm on okay, I'm a performer. I'm on stage and I have to manage the tracks that are in my ear. I have to manage all the musicians on stage. I have to make sure that I have high energy. I have to be aware of the people who are on stage next to me. There's dancing that I have to do to choreography. I have to be aware of my costume changes that are coming up, the lighting. Like, there's a lot of components, okay? And in order to produce a very high-ticket entertainment product, I have to be very aware of all of these things going on and also remain confident and grounded and calm and cool and collected and present to the audience that, like, yo, I'm a rock star. And there's no convincing. There's no convincing there. You show up and you embody the essence, the energy of a rock star. It's something that doesn't have to be spoken or convinced. It's something that is just understood at the deepest level by your audience. And that same context management is how you have to be oriented as you're building an app. Because I'm right here. And this is the thing. To someone who, I gotta be honest with you, to someone who's more technical, they're gonna, if any of you are technical and watch this video, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what you would possibly think. They probably closed out of this. But maybe they didn't. Doesn't matter. The thing is that I know the value in what it is that I'm providing here. And even though it is messy, like I was saying earlier, even though it might be presented as messy, for now, like, this is just how iterations work. In the same way that this video series is messy, this is the second app that I've ever built. The first app that I ever built was super complex. I don't want to say it was super complex, but it was very complex for an app that was built by somebody who's never coded before in their life. It's pretty complex, and I'll show it to you. I'll show you the app next on the next video. But anyways, why don't we dive back in? I think the main point of everything I was saying there is, like, if you're surfing, no matter how crazy the water gets, your confidence stays grounded. You got to know your intention. Your intention stays grounded. What are we here to do? What are we here to do? Great. Oh yeah, and also, like, there's going to be a lot of variables in your environment. There's going to be a lot of moving components, and you're just going to develop the skill set of remaining oriented. And sometimes it's going to push your bandwidth boundaries, and that bandwidth is going to grow. And this is what's going to happen. Either one, when your boundaries are pushed, you're going to be able to hold everything together by a thread, or it's going to crack and your shit's going to break and it's going to fall apart. and it's either going to break massively or break a little bit. And if you're able to like you'll just see. But this is just a part of it. This is a part of growth. You know, this is part of business. This is a part of entrepreneurship. Okay, let's keep it going. Entry selection logic. How should the system decide which entries to process? I kind of just told you that. We're going to have two different features. We want one feature where it's like, okay, this specific entry, today's entry, produces this. And then we're going to have another one where it's like, you're able to scan through all of the different entries. Does that make sense? Manual trigger is also a good option to implement. Platform specific formatting. Your preference for post structure. Yep. Sounds good. Look, for the platform specific formatting, like I said, I think that it's more important for us to be able to build the app that actually works, and then we can refine these parts of our app from here. Because at this point in time, like let's say we already had an app, I could spend a full day diving into what the LinkedIn post could be. So for now, why don't we do exactly what you recommended? We can have a hook, story, and lesson format in the way that, just like how a successful viral LinkedIn post would typically go, at an appropriate link, anywhere between 1,300 characters to 3,000 characters. And for X and Twitter, let's do single tweets for now. Let's just do single tweets for now, with the option to do more tweets in the future if we want. Threads, yeah. For Threads, let's do multi-part. Like Threads has a really small character limit, I'm pretty sure. So we should turn Threads into like Threads,